one of the things I wanted to do was to give them some experience in making oral presentations, because I think that rhetorical skills, not in the pejorative sense, but there's a real lack of rhetorical skills today in modern society.
I would say that the language of scholarship is increasingly, however important traditional argumentative and expository skills are, and they remain crucial, nonetheless, they're increasingly being expanded by the use of other media and the ability to engage in forms of more sort of computationally rich research as well as argumentation. So in my view, it's essential for the future generation of scholars to be equipped with precisely this toolkit.
Well, ancient Egypt is a very graphical and visual culture, and so creating iMovie assignments in my classes is a way to take advantage of all these terrific new media and to allow the students to have fun, to express themselves in a new way, and to bring the words and the imagery together. It is still first and foremost a writing assignment, so they have to be very coherent in the short minutes that they're allowed for their iMovie. But it gives them the chance to bring in all kinds of imagery to help support their point, make their case, and in fact express themselves in an entirely new medium.
For example, in the media archaeology of Boston course, students were able to explore histories of place, not simply through the written word, but through looking at old media work, like excerpts from old films and from historical archives, and they're able to represent that in a way that doesn't reduce that back into some written description, and that really preserves the form of the study that they carried out. So going from a study of multimedia and then of various different multimedia assets and bringing that back into a scholarly work that uses these assets to make a point or an argument.
Or the difference between digital scholarship, this sort of new media scholarship, and a traditional paper or essay, thesis, is that people are able to sort of express themselves and a particular concept or their own thesis in a much more fluid or natural way for a lot of people. And there's a reason why they say a picture is worth 1,000 words. And when you're able to string together images, video, audio, or even be able to interact with the cell phone in physical space, it can be much more powerful than turning in a piece of paper, turning in the written word.
And I think in the future, this sort of presentation is actually going to become rather important in the same way that PowerPoint started out. Very few people used PowerPoint, and now it's ubiquitous. I suspect that presenting material to others in the form of short videos is going to become a useful skill in the future. And I think that, in fact, this exercise not only gave them new technological skills and forced them to think about a multimedia presentation, but it also served the purpose, my original purpose, of furthering their speaking skills, because they had to work through a script and make a presentation.